It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. It is Monday, May 8th. Hope you had an amazing weekend. I hope you guys got to relax, got to enjoy some sun, got to have maybe a margarita or two for Cinco de Mayo. What did you guys do? We are 1 week from Mother's Day. I actually have some cool Mother's Day stuff coming up for the show that I'm going to share later on in the show. Later on this week. Mother's Day is Sunday, coming up this Sunday. So if you are not a mother, but you know a mother in your life, why don't you go and tell them to listen to Daily Dose of Donna? That's going to be your Mother's Day gift for them. I'm Donna Bowling. I'm your host. I'm live on TikTok. We're about to talk about some crazy breaking news that just happened right now on TMZ. And of course, some other reality and pop culture stuff going on. Thank you, YouTube, for being here. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting. Make sure that you turn on that bell, whatever that bell is, and over on the podcast app, for sure, leave a review. I love my YouTube because I love hearing your guys' comments. It's like the way that you guys can communicate with me. All right, you guys, we're about to get into it right now. Just saw this. I just wrapped up with a client. By the way, I just have 2 more spots left for the 30-day podcast accelerator. If you're ready to get your podcast off the ground or grow or start a podcast, make sure to jump in the show notes. There's a lot of really cool things happening there. Okay. According to TMZ, as of just an hour ago, KimZolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta and various other TV shows, what was her Kroy and Kim show called? She has filed for divorce from her husband, Kroy Bierman, after 11 years of marriage. This is nuts. Okay. Number one, the official date of separation is April 30th, according to the documents. They have 4 children together. So if you remember this, she has 2 daughters. I want to say Brielle and I think it's Ariana. And then that's from a previous husband. And then she married Kroy and had this crazy love affair that we saw on, of course, every second of it on TV. And it was, and they had 4 kids. They had Kroy, KJ, who's 11, Cash, who's 10, and 2 adorable twins, Kaya and Kane, who are 9. Now, I have to be 100% honest. I never really followed through with them in the last few years. I didn't follow them on social media. And a lot of people on my TikTok right now are live. So I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are. According to everyone that's watching, we're hearing shock. What the F? Maybe he cheated on her because she adored him. But here's what it comes down to. And this is what I believe. Oh my gosh, you guys, the comments are crazy. So just to give you some backup, and then I'm going to go back and read some of the comments. The duo has been dealing with financial issues. So we have been hearing this now for a while. There was a big story that broke a few months ago about their huge, Atlanta mansion, that it was in foreclosure and they were having struggles there and they owed a lot of money, but they were in such denial in all of their public interviews. So I remember TMZ kind of asked Brielle, or the daughters, Brielle and Ariana, when they were at LAX once, and they were like, what are you talking about? Nothing's happening. Everything's fine. And then it was all denial. But the thing is, court documents are court documents. You can see these things when there's a house in foreclosure. You can see this. Also, the craziest plane is flying over Los Angeles right now. What is happening? I think it's a rocket. They also have unpaid taxes. This is another thing that you can find publicly, right? We can all find publicly. So $1.1 million in unpaid taxes. Let me just explain to you. That is insanity to hit the $1 million mark with unpaid taxes. If I owe $20,000 for unpaid taxes, I'm panicking, panic attack, it can't function. I don't understand how people get there. Someone call Dave Ramsey. He needs to do some sort of financial recovery situation here. $1.1 million of unpaid taxes to the IRS. So KimZolciak, once again, for anyone that is showing up here on Instagram and is curious, on TikTok. Yes, KimZolciak has filed the paperwork citing that the marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope of reconciliation. The star is asking for joint legal custody of the 4 children and primary physical custody. She also is requesting spousal support. She also requested her maiden name be restored legally. Okay, so just to remind you, she and Kroy met in 2010. He was on the Atlanta Falcons, big football star, and they were at some sort of Dancing with the Stars, like an Atlanta Dancing with the Stars charity event. We saw it unfold on TV because I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta in those days. And so we saw them kind of like hook up around then. They tied the knot 1 year later, November 11th, 2011. And if you guys watched the show, like I did, what was their show called? Someone tell me what their show was called. Um, oh my God, so many people are here. Yes, they had a show, Kroy and Kim. Someone, and let's look it up. This is how much it was one of those shows that like I tried to watch, and I think I did watch their wedding show, like that wedding, tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party. Whoa, whoa, don't be tardy. Is that how it goes? Okay, yes, tardy to the party. So here was the thing that I always thought was weird. Number one, I have to be honest, and I'm not speaking from 2023 eyes. I'm speaking from like when their show was on. So what year was Tardy for the Party? I'm going to find out when that show aired, but it was the year they got, I mean, it was for their wedding. So what was it, 2011? Were we watching it that many years ago? Um, Tardy for the Party, 2009? Oh no, her song was 2009. The show premiered on Bravo 2012. I was pregnant with Dylan. That is so long ago. What the F? Like time is full of lying. Okay. So I watched the first season of Tardy for the Party because I also like KimZolciak is like a Teresa to me. She's like a Teresa slash a Vicky, like can't stand her, can't stop watching type of personality. I liked that show. And I remember the only thing that I thought was always so weird was the thing with her parents. Do you guys remember? She had this crazy ass fight with her mom and her dad. I think it like went down at the wedding because they wanted to go inside and use the bathroom and she didn't let them use the bathroom. I swear that was the fight that broke that family up. And I always thought that was so weird. And meanwhile, she went on to have this relationship. So according to TikTok, having a he also stopped talking to his family. So they kind of, this happens sometimes with couples that get like really into the fame and the views and the likes and the follows and the money. And so the two of them kind of became this personal brand, right? It was like a Tom and Ariana. They became a brand. And the two of them went off and I guess both of them kind of disassociated themselves from their families. He didn't talk to his family. She didn't talk to her family, but they went off and continued to like make this amazing, beautiful family of their own. From the show that what I saw, it looked pretty happy. But now knowing that they owed so much money, I mean, listen, he was making good money when they first met. He was a football star, but I know slowly he stopped working, right? Like he wasn't getting drafted. I think I don't know his career that well. Like I said, this news just broke. Like I'm not a People magazine contributor. I haven't done my due diligence here, so you guys are going to help me out. But anyway, so they ended up getting um you know, I think like the reason why they continued to make money was really because of their brand. It wasn't because of his football, and it wasn't because of her wigs. I mean, maybe she was making a little money with her wig sales, but it was really because of the TV show. And that show, let's see, it went on Don't Be Tardy. Okay, we're getting a lot of confirmation that, maybe he was making some money through an NFL pension, but that's only $150,000 a year. Okay, so if we're talking about $150,000 a year, for example, if he was making, and Kim was selling money, is selling clothes here and there, and maybe like an appearance here and there. To be honest, lifestyle for a family like that, right? Who had all these beautiful, huge, amazing cars, these huge homes. They had 4 kids that they were raising. I remember, dressed to the nines. They were spenders, right? When you look at like a Kim and Kroy, you don't look at savers. You see them as spenders. I'm sure that the amount of money that they were making when they were at the pinnacle of their career during Don't Be Tardy, etc., was not what they were making, in this time, which is 2023, when like who's hiring them? Number one, yes, it's definitely sad. And I actually feel really, really bad. Um, one of the comments I just saw, I remember him buying his Louis Vuitton luggage, and I knew it was only a matter of time. This is the problem with reality TV. This is the problem with this kind of celebrity, instant fame celebrity reality TV world, is people get over the top excited by all the money that comes in. Because when you're on a reality show, and this was like in the prime, I remember Kim was in the prime of these sponsored posts, right? She is getting, I know, like from just hearing from a variety of people, she was probably getting like $100,000 for an Instagram post at the pinnacle of this time, right? Like you're making so much money so fast, and it's coming in and you feel almost invincible. And I guarantee you around 2000, 14, 15, when Tardy for the Party was a big hit on Bravo, and it was a big hit. It was going on for a really long time. It was a show that was on for 8 seasons, y'all. 8 seasons. And so when you're on a show like that and you kind of just assume that it is going to go on forever, you're like maybe under the assumption that that money is never going to stop, and you keep spending and you keep spending and you keep spending, and then what's going to happen? By the way, you guys, 563 people on this TikTok live. People are very, very interested in this conversation. Yes, thank you. Sarah from Jeff Lewis Obsessed is going to hook me up and help me out if people have questions here. But yes, the update, and according to TMZ, they are getting a divorce. Kim filed, but it's crazy, her wording. So let's talk about that for a second. Like with the Kevin Costner and his wife, she basically filed, and he announced to the press, or like his people spoke and said, there is absolutely, he's tried really hard, but this is out of his control. The way that she filed, listen to this wording, you guys. The way that she filed, basically, she says, once again, she says, irretrievably broken with no hope of reconciliation. So let me ask you this. Do you think, here's my thought. This is just obviously speculation. No one actually knows what's happening. Do you think that she assumed that he had all the money stuff under control, and he basically told her he was going to completely be taking care of her and everything was going to be fine, and he was hiding the fact that they were getting in a deep, deep, deep hole financially? That could be A. B, he cheated on her? Maybe that's it. Okay, so a couple of comments were saying she's the one out of control and hiding it. Kim is the problem. Okay, but why did she file then? If she was the problem and she did the thing that was wrong, why did she file? Listen, money is going to be the most challenging thing in a marriage. Oh my God, 865 people on this TikTok. I'm taking a screenshot. This is nutty. 890 people on my TikTok live. Wow, people are dying over this, you guys. So people are saying, oh my God, I know this is crazy. Sarah, this is nuts. Lots of people saying, that he's not bringing in enough money. Well, so here's the thing about marriage, right? When you marry someone, it's supposed to be, what are they supposed to say? It's for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. Okay. But when you're married to someone, and I don't know, you guys, you tell me, my TikTok community here, 936 people, you tell me, was Kroy running a side business? Did he have a business? Was he making any money? Okay, lots of people, the big comments over on TikTok, she drained him dry. This is her. So I think the overall arching feeling here is Kroy deserves better. He will be happier without her. This is like what people are saying. That Kim was the problem here. She sucked the money dry. But yes, and Kroy was a willful participant during this entire situation. He came in here and he married someone who was a reality star. Kim has always been Kim. He knew exactly what he was marrying, and he willfully joined into this situation. He willfully, decided to do reality TV. He willfully kind of became a brand. We can't blame her entirely. Okay. Yes, she's high maintenance. Yes, she probably expected a certain lifestyle, but he was not under a lock and key. Like, he wasn't under a gun to say, yes, I will, live the way. Like, I don't know about you, but my husband has the ability to say, no, Donna, no, we're not doing that. If you want to marry me, I want to live like a suburban life, and I'll give you everything I have, but can we, not do it on a TV show? But he said yes, he agreed to it. So I don't know if you can fully blame Kim for any of their financial troubles. I also think, money is one of those things in a marriage that will break a marriage. Like, there's a few things that will break, right? Trust, infidelity, Tom and Ariana, hello. Money, and I mean, religion, I guess, sex, like, these are things. But money, if you don't have money, and trust me, my husband and I have gone through some real struggles financially, because that's just life, right? We go through periods where he's in the entertainment industry. He's a camera guy. I used to be in the entertainment industry as a freelance casting director. So there were times where we weren't working for 6-8 months at a time. Like, it was challenging. But then you stop spending. That's the thing. You stop spending. Okay, so let's see what else we've heard about this from what is being announced. There's nothing else. I think now I'm pulling up TMZ, so if you hear some sound on the computer, it's probably because TMZ always has like vocal stuff that comes up. I hate that about certain websites, but they owe the IRS over $1 million. Let's think about this. Okay, $1 million. And they have 4 kids that they have to put through school. What are they going to do? $1 million. What do? You have to file for bankruptcy. I am not a financial, guru here. So you guys tell me. But $1 million. And yes, I do feel that they're obsessed with each other. Is there something? Someone said it reminds me of Teresa and Joe. Is there something here? And I'm curious, is there something that feels like they are going to make, by filing for divorce, she's pulling herself out of the ability or the need to have to pay the taxes? That makes me wonder that. What happens if as a couple you owe taxes, but then you get a divorce? Are you not liable anymore if your name is not like on the taxes? I'm so interested. We need a CPA here. Are there any CPAs in my TikTok, you guys? 930 people on TikTok right now. Reminder for anyone that is here, I have a daily podcast called Daily Dose of Donna, and I'm currently filming for YouTube. So the entire episode will be up on YouTube. And of course, you can listen on Apple Podcasts. So definitely join the party. We talk about all kinds of reality TV stuff. Okay, filing at the, yes, how you file matters. Timing of the divorce matters. Thank you so much, everyone. They both owe the taxes if they filed joint. Interesting. Okay. A couple people are saying, I'm here, but she's still liable because they incurred the debt as a married couple. Yes. So if you are a married couple and you incur debt and then you divorce, that's what happens. You both are liable. So what do you think she's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? Who's making it out better here? Poor Kroy. Why do I feel so bad for him? Like, that's what my gut feeling. My feeling when I used to watch that show was he was obsessed with her, but she was also so obsessed with him, right? They were obsessed with each other. A lot of people feeling bad for Kroy. I do feel bad for Kroy. You guys, they owe 1.1 million to the IRS for unpaid taxes, interest, and penalties from 2013. That was at the top of like the pinnacle of their reality show. 2013, 2017, and 2018. And then they also owe the state of Georgia $15,000. So their home, their massive country club mansion in Alpharetta, Georgia, entered foreclosure in February. The girls denied that their pad, remember the daughters denied that their pad was heading to the auction block. They've gone, everyone's been posting on social media inside of the home. So they've still been in the home. And that's kind of all we know, right? That's all we know right now. It's really a crazy, crazy situation. I want to know a reality couple, other than maybe Caroline Manzo, who ends up happily married after all the years of being on TV. Name one. Name one other than Caroline Manzo that like stays happily married for all the years. 1,000, I'm doing the screenshot. 1,000 people live on TikTok talking about who knew? Who knew KimZolciak? What is Nene saying now? Oh, Joe and Melissa Gorga. Those are people that are still married. Kyle Richards and Mauricio and Lisa and Ken. Okay, let's talk about this. Here are situations in all of those cases of maybe why they're still married. Money. Kyle and Mauricio's money situation has only increased, right? So let's think about this. Kyle Richards, Mauricio's business has exploded because of Real Housewives. Heather and Terry Dubrow. Terry Dubrow's business has done really well because of Housewives. These are family. I think if your financial situation gets better and better and better, the divorce is not as common. It's when you stop being on a show. Maybe that's the key, right? Or it's the couples with whom one person becomes very successful and the other one doesn't. That's sometimes a problem. Or it's when you live this life, you get very, very, very successful together, and then the show gets canceled. A lot of people are saying, oh, Lisa and Harry Hamlin. Yeah, but the difference of Lisa and Harry Hamlin is he was always a successful actor. He was always making his own money. And, I feel like those two, when you have two people that are making good money, I think what happens in a lot of these couples that have gone down is when one doesn't make money and one does, right? I guess there are a lot of long-term celebrity couples. Here's Jacqueline. Yeah, but Jackie and Chris, she stopped being on the show by choice. Didn't she stop being on the show by choice? Okay, whatever. This feels like just like a throwing things out there. But yes, crazy story. KimZolciak has filed for divorce, and we had so many other stories I was going to cover today, and I think I'll still cover a couple of them. But it is a pretty crazy story. Now, when has Kroy, let's go to Instagram. Have we all like looked on Instagram to see any pictures or any videos that they've been posting recently? When was the last time that KimZolciak posted about Kroy? That's my question. When was the last time? Oh, she has a live story. KimZolciak Biermann. The last time she actually posted to her feed was, oh, it must be a pinned post because that was 14 weeks ago. Was 16 weeks ago? Or is that also a pinned post? Is she just not posting on her feed 18 weeks ago? So she just doesn't post on her feed. Okay, her stories, she has a post for 16 hours ago, a story from 16 hours ago. That's it. About mini Tabascos. What a strange thing to have. How weird is that actually? She has 3 million followers, but she hasn't posted in 18 weeks. Something's been happening, right? She posted a pic with him in December. Yeah, it's her and him and Kyle Pitts. Okay, let's go to Kroy's Instagram. Kroy's Instagram has nothing live. The last post he had was, 80 weeks ago. So he is not really online. This is interesting, you guys. I feel bad. I always feel bad for relationships that end. I think, especially when kids are involved, their kids are very cute. But man, bless those kids. Bless people that are grow up on reality TV. Yeah, Kim is asking for her name to come back. What does that mean? She wants to really. Here's the one thing that I always am confused about. I'm married to Lance Bowling. You guys all know Lance from the show. Lance Bowling is, well, number one, Bowling is a much better last name than my maiden name, which I will not put here. I will not say it. But Lance Bowling and I, if we ever got divorced, I ain't losing Bowling. I'm holding on to bowling, and I'll tell you why. My kids are bowling. So it's so weird. Why would she want to go back to Zolciak when her kids are Bierman? He adopted the two older girls. You guys, do you understand what a big deal that is? He adopted he adopted Brielle and Ariana. And now they are Bierman as well. Why would she want to go back to Zolciak after all of that? She may hate him. It's interesting. Would you guys change? I'm asking here for obviously on TikTok Live, but for YouTubers, when you guys are watching this, would you change your name back to your maiden name if you share kids with your? My mom changed her name back when she divorced my dad. She was like, F that. I'm not taking that horrible last name. A lot of people are saying no. I think it depends on if you have kids. It depends on how much you like your last name. And it depends on maybe the name that your ex carries with them. Like if your ex has a name that is, a bad name because he was done something really wrong, maybe she wants to remove Bierman because now the connection with the taxes. He didn't adopt the girls? I just saw that he adopted the girls. Did I make that up? I'm really sorry if I made that up. See, this is all alleged. It's Daily Dose of Donna. What does it say here? I just saw that he adopted the girls. Daily Mail said something about that. Daily Mail has said, Kroy also legally, thank you. Kroy also legally adopted Kim's daughters from her previous relationships. Yes, he did. He did adopt them. Thank you very much. I feel vindicated. Forget Diane Sawyer. I'm here. So people keep coming into the TikTok Live. For those of you that are here, I'm going to continue with my YouTube show. Yes, they are divorcing. Make sure to follow Daily Dose of Donna on YouTube, and on the audio version, I'm going to have an episode out in the next hour, and you'll be able to hear the entire recap. But I just did want to cover just like a couple, things that happened over the weekend, like Scandival type stuff. Are we interested in that? Are we interested in anything Tom and Ariana? Are we over it? I did get a lot of conversations about Ariana moving on, or is she moving on too fast? Because I talked about that on Friday. A lot of people are feeling that was this relationship, the Tom and Ariana relationship, kind of just over? Are we already over it? Are you over Scandival? I am over Scandival. You guys, I went to a baseball game for my son over the weekend, and I was talking to one of the other moms, and I was like, I am so over Scandival. Like, I am sick of it. I am disgusted by it. I'm done with it. And yet I feel like I can't be done with it until the end of the reunion, right? We're over that. Everyone's over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. But we still have to watch it. We have to watch it. Tom Sandoval is 1 month sober, though. So let's see if there's a redemption tour. And today on Jeff Lewis Live, he was saying that for his next Jeff Lewis live show, he's going to try to get Tom Sandoval on and the Most Extras as the opening act, which, trust me, that would be amazing. And the Vanderpump Rules won some sort of MTV award last night. I'm kind of like over over Scandival, over Vanderpump. After this last episode, I feel so over it. I'm like, now we're just watching a Young and the Restless episode, right? I'll still try to stay on for you guys for Daily Dose of Donna, but I'm feeling over it. This is interesting to me, this KimZolciak Biermann. Like, I want to, so funny, Heather Recovers goes, I am so over Scandival. All I want to know is about Kim and Kroy. Yes, like, let's call it, what should we call it? Let's come up with a word for the Kim and Kroy divorce. Don't be tardy for the divorce. How about we come up with Kim and Kroy cavorcing? It's the cavorce. It's the Biermann or divorce. Is this divorce mutual? No, according to TMZ, it is Kim filing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap up the YouTube show, and I'm going to air it on YouTube later, and I'm going to continue my TikTok live so we can all chat about it. Make sure to follow on TikTok at This Is Donna Bowling and Instagram at This Is Donna Bowling. Daily Dose of Donna is a Monday through Friday show on YouTube. Can't wait to meet more of you guys over on the YouTube comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't be tardy.